Hello everyone. Welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 658 named Find K closest element. In this problem, we are given a sorted array and we are given two integers k and x. Now, we have to return the k closest integer to x in the array. And the result should also be sorted in ascending order. Now, an integer a is closer to x than an integer b if the difference between a and x is less than the difference between b and x, or the difference between a and x is equal to the difference between b and x and a is less than b. Now here, for the first example, the array contains 5 elements, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the value of k is 4 and the x is 3. So we have to find the 4 closest element to 3. And the 4 closest element to 3 will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, it can be 2, 3, 4, and 5 as well. But according to the second condition, the difference between 3 and 1 will be equal to the distance between 3 and 5. So here, as the 1 is less than 5, so we have to take the value 1 into our consideration. So the resultant array will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope you understood the problem statement. Now let's move on to the algorithm. In this algorithm, we have taken the first example. Now we have to find the 4 closest element with the value 3, and the closest element are this. And though the difference between 3 and 5 is equal to the difference between 3 and 1, we are taking the value 1 because according to the problem statement. Now, how can we solve this problem? We can simply solve this problem by using the 2 pointers mechanism. Now let's take 2 pointers. One is left here and another is right. Now, we have to iterate or shift this left pointer to the right side and shift this right pointer to the left side until this window length is greater than or equal to k. And if the window length is equal to k, we have to simply break the loop and return the corresponding array. Suppose here, let's say the value of k is 5. So here the 5 closest element from the value 3 will be all of this element. So here the left and right value is pointing to the first and last element and their window length is 5. So we have to simply return this entire array. So this is one case actually. Anyways, let's try to solve this problem by using this example. Now our left is pointing to the first element 1 and right is pointing to the last element 5 and the value of k is 4. So here we have to determine the absolute value of 1 minus 3 and the absolute value of 5 minus 3. And the absolute value of 1 minus 3 will be 2 and the 5 minus 3 will be 2. Both of them are equal. So here we have to shift our right pointer because the value of 5 is less than the value of 3. Sorry, the value of 5 is less than the value 1. So we have to shift the one pointer from the value 5. So our right is pointing here. Now our window is this. And here the window length is fortunately equal to the k. So we have to simply return this window. Now, as if this condition is not become true, that means If this condition is true, we are simply shifting the right pointer, right minus minus. Otherwise, if this condition is not true, we have to shift our left pointer, which is left plus plus. That means in those cases, we have to simply consider this subarray if this condition is not true. And by repetitively iterating the array, if the window size is equal to k, we will simply break the loop and return the array from the left pointer to the right pointer. And this is how basically we're going to solve this problem by using the two pointers mechanism. I hope you understood the algorithm, and the overall time complexity of this problem is big O of n. Now let's move on to the code. In this problem, the code is pretty simple. At first, we are given a function named find closest element, which is a vector, int k and int x as a parameter. Now we are taking two variables, I and j. I is pointing to 0 and j is pointing to the last element. Now we are running this loop until the difference between j and I is greater than or equal to k. And here, if the difference between a of I with x is greater than the difference between a of j with x, we have to simply shift our I pointer. Otherwise, we have to simply shift our j pointer. Finally, after breaking the loop, we have to simply return the array from the I pointer to the j pointer. I hope you understood the code. Thank you everyone for watching the video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.